Yeah.
All right, everybody, I'm coming in with Coach.
Hey, Coach, we'll get started with questions from Kent. Kent, go ahead.
Cheryl, let's talk about the way the team responded, particularly on defense after what happened Tuesday. I mean, you held them to 35% shooting, kept a kind of a lid on Ogunbowale except for one quarter. I mean, you just had to like the way the team responded in that area.
Yeah, we thought it was really important. We certainly challenged them. Before we did our scout, as you know, we played on Tuesday, we traveled Wednesday. So the first time them and us getting together was this morning for our preparation for Dallas. But we took quite a bit of time to bring closure to the last game, and even a couple of games before that. So we just want to make sure we were coming down here with understanding of what needed to happen. Katie Smith got the game plan in. I thought we were pretty locked in. They have some players that they're accustomed to making more shots. I thought our defense was pretty good. We'll have to look at the video to see what adjustments we can make, because they're really hard to play against. Their persistence to get in the paint and get calls. That was a big time challenge for us and every team that we watch that plays against them. So it's a really good offensive team. I'm really pleased that we were able to, find some success and win the game.
They were also one of the league's best rebounding teams, though, if I'm not mistaken. And you really kind of had the edge there, too. I mean, I guess just physically, it looked like a different team than Tuesday.
Yeah, good news, because I didn't like that team on Tuesday. I don't think that was a team that could have beaten anybody. This is more the team that we want to be. We can't have occasions. I told them 2 out of their last 3 games prior to this game, we're talking about how we didn't come out and play hard enough. And that's, playing hard is an expectation. It's not a goal. And so when you don't play hard, you're putting yourself at risk to get run out of the gym, which is what happened on Tuesday. And so we just wanted to make sure that we, get one back. You lost one at home, you got to get one back on the road. That was our mindset. And fortunately, we were able to do that tonight.
McBride has had moments, but she hasn't seemed to be in a rhythm tonight. She seemed to be in a bit of a rhythm. She had 22 points and nothing seemed forced. It all seemed kind of within the flow of the offense.
I liked her approach a lot. She played with physical toughness. Sometimes shooters settle into, hey, I'm open or I'm not open. I thought K-Mac helped our overall offense in her accepting some physicality when she would receive a long closeout and try to get in the paint a little bit. So, it's the most field goal attempts at the in the paint or at the rim that I remember her having this season. And then I think her engagement at the other end. I mean, she really, defensively was very, very good. And largely in the second half, she had Enrique. I know Enrique got hot for a little bit, but we knew we just had to weather that storm. Just anytime we're here in Dallas or on the road, I mean, a 10-point lead is like nothing. And so we knew that they were going to come out with some persistence. But I thought overall K-Max she really helped us on both sides or both ends of the floor.
Thank you.
Paul, go ahead.
Cheryl, you mentioned it there. You have a 10-point lead at halftime. They come out and score the first 11 points there in the third quarter. But obviously, the team was able to respond maybe like they haven't in the past couple games. What did you see in that stretch to then, bring the lead back to 15 just a few minutes into the fourth quarter?
Well, we talked about it. We talked about that, we wanted to come out correct at the start of the third quarter. So it wasn't a case I didn't think that we came out flat or anything. And we did talk about it, that that a team is going to, start swinging and playing with some desperation. I thought Sabali hit a 3. Enrique hit a deep one, and then just got going. She played with some great persistence in that third quarter. And then we couldn't answer at the other end. So that's a bad combination. It's one thing to maybe trade for a little bit, but we couldn't get the trading done. And then we were able to, they went up, I think they went up 2. We were able to kind of put the ball in the hole, and that's kind of softened things a little bit. And we're able to settle in a little bit better defensively.
Danny, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. You mentioned earlier a bit getting that first win on the road. How important is that to you, just important is that to this team in terms of just getting some momentum going?
I feel bad. I forgot to congratulate the team on our first road win. Not on my list of things to, congratulate a team for. So that was said in jest. Honestly, it wasn't, we were not thinking about winning, a road game or, what happened on the other road games. We just came down here wanting to just avenge a loss, from Tuesday night, play well and win the game. And just so happens to be that it was on the road.
Leo, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, how did you feel about, the job that, I believe you said Katie Smith came up with a game plan, obviously limiting Enrique, but also keeping Marina Mabry 0 for 8 scoreless tonight. Was that a point that y'all really made, or was that just something that was a byproduct of overall, prep?
Yeah, I think, I don't know, every time Mabry shoots it, you're like, shit, that thing's going in, no matter where it is on the floor. She's been so good this season. I had to look at the video. I thought she had some open shots that I'm sure that she ordinarily would make and just wasn't happening for her tonight. So I think that's something we actually do have to look at for our next game, to make sure that those opportunities don't exist. Because I certainly, I really respect the hell out of the season that she's had so far, and she's been a big key. And I know that she'll be ready for the next game.
We'll go last question to Cindy. Cindy, go ahead.
Coach Fee on her podcast said she did not like playing the same team twice in a row, whereas Asia Wilson said she did like it. Do you have an opinion one way or the other?
It's one of those things, is what the schedule says. So yeah, I like it. I like, you can find advantage in anything. You can find, we're talking about, like you got to go on the win and, on the road and win, it's a playoff series kind of thing. And I understand both sides. I think Dallas players will tell you that they actually like it. They feel like they're a team that responds well to now seeing something on video. Maybe I have to bench Fee for this next game, because if she doesn't like it and they do, that could spell trouble for us. She better like it in a hurry.
Thank you.
Thanks. See ya.
Coach.
Hey guys, I have Fee with me.
Hey, Fee, we'll get started with questions from Kent. Kent, go ahead.
Hey, Fee, what did you like best about the way the team responded tonight after Tuesday's game? Which end of the floor was more satisfying to you?
I liked how we played, on defense today. I thought we were really up in them, making them do hard things. And that, especially after last game, was a really big emphasis for us. So I thought we came out and really did well with that.
And this was another very athletic team, but you were able to, all around the perimeter, you were able to keep them in front of you most of the night.
Yeah, I think that was because before we were playing really soft, kind of passive, being off of them, but getting more ball pressure and knowing that we had people behind us to help really, it really helped, because no one likes to be, pressured up. So by doing that, I think we kind of put them on their heels a little bit.
Is this the best you've seen Kayla play this year?
She had a great game. What she did for us was so huge. So yeah, I think she's had a couple good games, but this was definitely, top 3 or top 2.
Thank you.
Danny, go ahead.
Hey, Fee, to follow up on that a bit, how much does it lift this offense when you have Kayla out there spacing a floor like this?
So much, because, a big part of our offense is getting in and collapsing the help or getting to the basket. So when you have a shooter, they have, a decision to make. Are they going to come in where we can pass it to her and she can shoot? Or are they going to leave us, and that way we can go to the basket? And the fact that Kayla is so diverse, and the fact that she can shoot it and go to the basket, it really helps our offense flow and helps the defense to have to make hard decisions.
Leo, go ahead.
First of all, how are you feeling today? How are you feeling right now?
I feel good. I love it's our first road win, so that's really exciting. We have, shoot around tomorrow and film, so really just want to lock in and not celebrate too early, because we still have work to do here.
For sure. Thanks. Good to hear. I do want to follow up. So we were able to ask Coach Reeve earlier about, on your podcast, you mentioned that, you weren't a big fan of playing teams back to back. And Coach Reeve said that if you didn't like it, then she'll probably just bench you tomorrow or in 2 days. And so how do you feel about that? Has that changed your opinion on it? Or are you more looking forward to playing back to back? So.
Well, if saying that I want to play will make her not bench me, then no. But, I think I mean, I stand by it. I think it's really hard to play teams back to back just because they get to see what you like to do. And it's always it's going to be harder on both sides. So I think it's going to be another good game on Saturday.
Haley, go ahead.
Hi, Fee. Obviously, this was a really big win for you guys, but also it was a big Commissioner's Cup win for you guys. Are you guys thinking about that when you're coming into games like that? Or is it more so win for your standings and then that's kind of an afterthought?
It's definitely an afterthought. It would be great to go to the Commissioner's Cup. There's a lot of money involved. Obviously, we want that, but it doesn't really have an impact on our season for real. So that's definitely secondary. But I mean, we talked about when we got into the locker room afterwards, like the team did. So like I said, it'd be nice to get the money, but we're definitely thinking about our regular season.
Thank you.
Any last questions for Fee?
I had one.
Alrighty. Oh, go ahead.
They came out in the third quarter and you guys weren't making shots.
You are muted.
They had that quick run in the third to take the lead, but you guys responded. What was the key to that response in your mind?
I think just, knowing that Dallas has a lot of scorers and athletic people on their team and they're going to go on runs and not to make us flustered. So just knowing that was going to happen and then going back to what we needed to do and trying to stop the bleeding.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fee.
Thank you.
All right, everybody got K-Mac with me.
Hey, Kayla, we'll get started with questions from Kent. Kent, go ahead.
So this looked like maybe the most comfortable you felt in the Lynx offense so far this year in terms of the decisions you were making, when to make them pay for closing out, when to shoot. I mean, how did you feel tonight? Did you feel like you finally maybe hit a rhythm that you've been looking for?
Yeah, I mean, before the game, Coach kind of came up to me when I was doing my shooting workout and was like, don't be so tense, just kind of relax, play your game. And after the last couple games, last 3 games, I was kind of in my head a little bit. I want to be great for this team. I know that she brought me here to be great. I had a little bit of fatigue just from coming back from overseas. So just trying to give my mind a break, my body a break, and just kind of relax and play. And I think today was the most connected that I felt to my teammates. They're still continuing to trust me. The defensive part, that's easy, but because that's just effort, that's hustle, that's heart. But the offensive part, you really had to be connected, and there's a lot of trust that goes into that and the screens and the timing. And today was the best that I felt so far, for sure.
You had a big part in when they started that third quarter with a on there and took a brief lead. You had a big part of the way the team responded, including that 3-point play. What was the key to not getting flustered at that point when Dallas made their run?
And we knew that they were going to make their run eventually, and we just had to weather the storm. They have some scorers, obviously Enrique, Marina, Satu. We know they're going to be aggressors. We knew that it was going to come, and it was just about weathering the storm. Staying aggressive on our end. I thought we did a great job 5-on-5 in our defensive sets. I thought we were really hard to play against, and we just kind of let that carry us into the offensive rhythm. And I just wanted to stay aggressive. Obviously, when you play against great players are going to make great shots, and they're going to make their run. We knew that. It was just about weathering the storm, and I was really proud of our mental toughness because it's not easy to go on the road and weather the storm, especially when they have scorers like they do.
Thank you.
Leo, go ahead.
Hey, K-Mac, how are you feeling today? I want to check in with you real quick.
Me?
Yeah. How are you feeling today? Yeah.
Oh, I'm good. I feel great. I'm happy that we got the win. I was feeling a lot more relaxed coming into the game, but I'm just, feeling good. Mind is clear. I was excited to play today for sure, especially after the last game. I felt like I didn't give the best performance from my team, and I really wanted to bounce back and show them that I was here and I was ready and aggressive and myself.
Got you. And the question I have for you though, K-Mac, also, so, LeBron was tweeting recently, I don't know if you saw, just about all the injuries that's going on in the NBA, and that he was saying he felt like players didn't get enough time to, rest their bodies between the quick turnaround and whatnot. And I know obviously for you as a, WNBA player, I mean, y'all are playing 24/7. I mean, you're playing overseas to WNBA to Olympics. And so how do you feel like, you best kind of prepare your body so that you're not, having to deal with injuries and all that stuff that's going on?
It's hard because, like I said, this is my 11th month straight playing. We started the season last year in July, played the season, had 10 days, went overseas, we got delayed, blah, 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 blah. Came here 2 days and then I started the season. So, you know, for me, it's way more mental than physical, taking care of the mental. The physical is 24/7, you know, but, you know, I think it's a part of the job. It's a lifestyle, you know, and I think that's kind of what Braun is talking about is that, you know, it's not, you know, when he's saying like the rim, you know, like being on the court, actually like trying to get in game shape, that takes a lot. But in order to be able to do that, you need that mental break and you need to, you know, find the places where you can escape. And that's time off, you know, unfortunately the WNBA doesn't allow us to do that. 6 years overseas, 6 years year round. But for me, the way that I approach it is I only have a certain amount of time to be a professional athlete, and I want to maximize that. I want to maximize my time here with the Lynx, and I'm going to give everything I have, and that includes, you know, putting the time and the effort and the money into making sure that my body is 100%, but also finding that balance. You know, I shout out my circle and my people because, you know, my best friend flew up the other day after my game, and just being there, you know, having that mental space to just kind of clear out and bounce back to the game today. So. You know, everybody has their thing. Everybody has their way of finding their balance. And, you know, it's tough, but, you know, it's worth it in the end. Moments like this, it's worth it, you know, so.
Any last questions for Kayla? Alrighty, thank you, K-Mac. Have a good
Thank
rest
you.
of your night.
Thanks.
All right, everybody, I will get this link out and post game notes to you as soon as we can. And we'll keep you posted on time for practice tomorrow.
Thanks, Corey.
Have a good night.
You too.